Good. We are live, but experiencing some technical difficulties. Give us just a moment here.
We're trapped in the void.
Alright, somebody give me a crayon.
Send Ritz crackers.
Oh wait, that looks almost right.
Screw it.
Oh, there we go.
Alrighty. That should be good.
You didn't want to have to watch it with a magnifying glass, just the top edge of the screen?
Absolutely. Alright, so welcome everybody to the Tuesday night Sound Goblin stream. As you may be able to tell here, tonight we're going to be doing some Sniper Elite 4. Shooting Nazis in the Dick and other various regions. We're taking a nice little trip out to the long and historical country of Italy. By historic, I mean it technically didn't form the Italian Republic until 1946, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm Bograt, or Josh.
And I'm Shiv.
And I'm Vincent, who actually has Italian heritage of sorts, if you consider Italy a country.
And I am Dan, also known as the Krampus.
A country and not a region waiting for a supervillain to take it over again.
Berlusconi's still in power? Or did they get rid of him finally?
I forget.
I don't know. I love that man. I want my house to be there. Sir, that's a wildlife reserve. Not this section, it's not. Well, alright. Don't forget to build the submarine dock. The what?
The submarine dock. We will not use the broken weapon.
So what you're saying is we're going to keep going through all the firearms on this man's back, of which there are a lot.
Let's figure out which guns we want to use today.
It just feels like he keeps taking out different firearms that are hiding behind that one.
So, on the one hand, this is essentially a brand new file for Sniper Elite. On the other hand, it also has all the DLC, which does unlock a couple things.
Okay.
And also, Sniper Elite 4 starts you with more options than previous games, which started you with one of each type of gun.
Well, to be fair, if we didn't have the DLC, we'd have this.
Yeah. Yeah,
And that's it.
Springfield. Yep.
You have to unlock everything else. It's just because we have the DLC, we can have a bunch of guns available.
Yes.
We also have the stupid broken gun, which is just a rifle that is always silenced.
Correct. It has a built-in silencer, and, no recoil.
Correct.
Wait, what?
It's built-in silencer.
Yeah.
I mean, its zoom is shit.
Its zoom is shit. Its muzzle velocity isn't great.
It just sounded like it broke, I don't know, the laws of physics.
No, it's an actual gun.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a little junky carbine.
By silenced, do you mean still is really loud, just doesn't definitely
It's suppressed. It's not silenced.
Okay.
Let's be clear there.
Yeah.
They're using the Ross.
I mean,
People have an unrealistic expectation.
silencer isn't really a thing per se.
No.
Use the Ross.
It basically takes subsonic ammunition to not make an incredible amount of noise.
Yeah. Now the pistol we have there is actually a quote unquote silenced pistol,
Correct. It's a Well-Rod Mark II.
which again, real thing,
Yep. They were
really
weird,
quiet.
well. They were a weird thing because they were unmarked guns. They technically weren't made by any particular company.
Yeah.
The blueprints were basically handed out to the Allies, and a bunch of different places made them with no markings whatsoever. And then we just kind of dropped them everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? These random farms people in Romania suddenly have a whole bunch of pistols that don't make any noise.
Yep.
I don't know how they managed to shoot a bunch of Nazis storming through their countryside.
It's also a little bit weird because it's silenced, or silenced as much as any gun
Yeah.
is. It's a very quiet gun, but it also is manual action,
Uh-huh.
so you have to manually cock it after every shot.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly unusual for a pistol,
Yep.
in spite of what movies make about it.
I mean, part of it is because of its inherent suppressed nature. There's not really enough blowback on the thing for it to actually cycle in action.
Yeah.
That would make sense, actually.
That is generally the downfall of suppressors, is they lessen recoil and blowback so much that it can sometimes make it difficult for the action to cycle.
Yeah. Well, in some guns that use like ported barrels or things like that, you get lighter recoil springs to
Make it so that it'll
allow the
actually
slide
cycle.
to actually cycle properly.
And not just, not load the next round.
Yeah.
Or half load the next round, which is real fun.
Yep.
Then you get to see if you remember how to break down your gun.
It depends what it is. Like a Glock, you just rock the slide. You gotta jam around for most fixes.
Right. So remember when you upload this to YouTube, put it under the education category.
You gotta learn! You gotta learn! Welcome to the real world!
I mean, these Nazis are gonna learn.
The very important lesson of what it
You
feels
blew
like
up one of our
being shot at the
ships.
balls.
You Nazis have no idea how many dicks that's gonna cost you.
Hey, anyone curious about the You Gonna Learn, Welcome to the Real World, I highly recommend looking up. I believe it is Justin Wong Fights an 8-Year-Old is what the title
It
is.
is Justin Wong.
It is Mortal Kombat 10. It is brutal.
Basically, if you haven't been paying attention, Nazis made an experimental missile that's really good at blowing up ships.
Yeah, turns out remote control missiles are really good at targeting things.
Yep.
So we're gonna kill this Nazi. We're gonna kill a bunch of other Nazis. There's some side objectives. We're gonna break some cameras. I'll try and do everything on each level.
Give us
No
one.
guarantees, though. Some of the side objectives are bullshit.
And most of the stuff is gonna do anyways, but
I really like that rock texture.
Yeah, this game is actually really beautiful.
Yeah.
No, they do put a lot of effort into making these games look really good because you're going to be standing still in spots for a lot of them.
That makes sense, actually. But yeah, no, the environment, they did a pretty good job on it.
See, the Strange Brigade is coming out soon, so
Yeah. Which should be good.
yeah.
that man is dead.
He had a heart-to-heart.
So for those of you not familiar with the Sniper Elite series, one of the hallmarks of this series is, in fact, X-ray kills.
Yep.
If you ever wanted to see what an inside of a fascist looks like,
Yeah, so it'll do it a lot for melee kills like that. If you get particularly good sniper shots, it'll go into a full-on slow-mo, follow the bullet as it travels the entire way from your rifle into a Nazi, showing their bits exploding, and then exit wound.
Please tell me you're dropping this on someone.
Oh, we are absolutely dropping those.
That is what it is there for.
I already used the damn binoculars.
It's asking you to tag
It wants me
enemies.
to tag the enemies.
Yeah.
The joys of tutorial.
Yeah, because it's the first level, so it's going to do the tutorial thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you have the binoculars and you scan on people long enough, it tells you information about them.
Like what items they're carrying,
Yeah, what items
any
they're carrying,
allied intel that is
weapons.
on them, such as this guy who was terrified of being captured by the allies. But
Sometimes
fortunately
it's
for him,
pretty
that's not going to be a problem.
Oh, he's a veteran.
To Brooke,
So tell us if he's 3 days from retirement.
that's okay. There's like a couple guys in here who are like the absolute most hilarious Nazis you've ever seen, just because the little blurbs you learn about them in the binoculars.
so yeah,
This is one of the other thing about this game. It will do slow motion kills. Which
when particularly awesome things happen. Also, you may have noticed that like a little targeting reticle thing showed up there showing where the bullet was going to go. That'll happen when you are in aim and empty your lung, which is a kind of obviously time-limited thing you can do.
Come on.
Attempting to jump.
Yes.
So spacebar is apparently jump and climb.
Space Bars are just generic like movement controls.
There we go.
But yeah, when you empty lung, it kind of goes into a little bit of a slowdown of time. It steadies your aim significantly, and over long distances will give you that sort of bullet drop measure thing to help you gauge shots.
Now it's worth noting that gauging shot bullet thing only applies if you're not playing one of the authentic difficulty levels or difficulties.
Yeah, if you're not playing if you're playing normal or lower.
Hard has it too.
Hard
I'm playing
does
on
get it?
hard, which is
Okay.
Sniper Elite.
Yeah.
But if you're playing on Authentic or Authentic Plus,
I consider Sniper Elite normal because it's kind of what the game is called.
yeah, you can also find stuff on their bodies.
Yeah, if you play on the authentic difficulties, you do not get that little drop gauge. You just have to kind of figure it out for yourself.
The other things like on the thing is that your binoculars are set distance in Authentic. You can't change them.
So annoying.
Yeah. A lot of stuff.
Eh.
You, have to
You chose to play on a mode called Authentic. Fucking
you have
deal
to
with
trigger
it.
out bullet drop and pay attention to wind and all sorts of nonsense.
Yep. Fortunately, this game also does let you adjust your sights, so that if you know there's something that's longer than 100 meters or 200 meters, you can change the scope and adjust it to...
You have a map. It tells you what you do, like kill officers, kill officers, kill officers,
Kill officers.
There's all stuff like destroy cameras, clear a checkpoint. If you hit tab, you can actually see all your objectives. My only actual main objectives are kill officers and kill Schmidt. But you can destroy cameras and clear the checkpoint as well, which we will do.
So one of the things in this game is there are quote-unquote levels. You sort of rank up as you do stuff, as you get points, and higher ranks will unlock more equipment.
Basically, as you level up, you get tokens, or whatever the hell they want to call them, which you can use to unlock new weapons. That's really all it does.
Yeah.
There are a couple levels that have perks attached to them. Also, I should have picked up suppressed ammo.
Which is, again, basically just subsonic ammo.
Yep. Well, can't have this.
Got the camera.
Hey, that Nazi lived. Whoop. Oh.
Yep.
So you'll see, when you get really good shots, you just get an absolute pile of experience for it.
Yep. The other thing is, you can kind of see it on the map. It's a little bit small from where we are. Since I've actually killed people and a truck exploded and there's a bunch of noise, enemies are technically alerted right now. Alerted enemies will have a yellow dot as opposed to a white dot. It means they're kind of looking for me, but they haven't found me yet.
I assume a red dot is if they found you.
A red dot is if they found you, and you'll also have a like triangle kind of thing on the map, marking the last location they knew you were at.
Yeah, so generally you don't want to hold one position for too long because they will figure out where you are. There you go.
Whoop, bink.
This is a horrible design flaw.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, most vehicles don't spontaneously explode if you hit the gas can, so back
Yeah, it's a Hollywood thing.
Yeah.
I could swore I just saw someone over here.
Yeah, there was a guy running
There it
around.
is.
Hiding in the bushes of love.
Well, the guy's hat, but not a.
Yeah. It doesn't always do the...
It doesn't always do a zoom in, it only does a zoom in if it's a particularly
Yeah.
good angle or whatnot. That probably was just a winging shot because
Yeah.
he was moving his head.
Distance and body part hit seem to be the two big things.
Yeah, you also do have like a empty lung counter, so you can only hold your breath for so long.
Yeah, you'll see the blue bar over there filling up.
Yep. If you do things like run, that kind of jazz.
Basically anything that would normally take stamina, essentially,
Yeah.
fills that blue bar.
And as you level up, you get perks that will let you manipulate that bar in various ways. Empty quicker, take longer to fill up.
Yeah.
Make it bounce for no apparent reason.
That's
Turn it
a
green.
tutorial thing. So, it's a bit hard for us to hear here, but like things when planes go over nearby, or there's certain things you can activate that give you sound masking.
Yeah, sometimes there'll be like thunderstorms or in some levels, I don't remember if they do it in 4 or not. I know in 3, there are a bunch of levels that would have like generators around that if you kicked them, they would start sputtering and popping.
There are absolutely generators you
Yeah.
can use to sound.
And if you time your shots right, basically you don't even need suppressed ammo. It'll just mask the sound of your gunshots.
Yep.
Right in the guts.
So another thing you can do in this game that honestly is kind of horrifying and borders on war crimes is you can shoot to wound rather than kill, and guys will lie on the ground screaming in pain and terror, which will draw out their buddies who you then dome.
That is a thing that can happen.
It does border on a war crime. On the other hand, that's kind of what assault rifles are kind of built to do.
Oh, I get that it's a valid tactic. It's still awful.
Nope, still just contested.
Yeah, not low enough.
It is a very small target.
It is.
But sometimes guys are standing wide-stanced. Oh, got him in the leg.
Yeah, now they're talking
Here's the
about
game
triangle.
informing you, like, they'll figure out where you're shooting from if you shoot from there often enough.
Oh, they spotted me.
They haven't spotted me yet. There's no one.
No, he didn't spot him. He got shot.
In the
He's
leg,
not going to
which
stick around.
is generally not that fatal.
That, on the other hand,
Right in the mouth!
Hey, the Nazi didn't want to die. He shouldn't have been a Nazi.
Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just
valid
saying.
argument.
Yes. I can't really argue against that.
So one other
Don't
thing
worry,
is you
it's
might have
fine.
noticed there was a prompt to pick up body. Just like in a lot of games, if people, on patrol or whatnot, notice dead bodies, they'll go into an alert state. Yeah, you can toss bodies off of levels, you can hide them in various places, things like that. Or you can just kind of ignore their existence and be in other places by the time they go on alert,
Yep.
because
You
that's sort of the most common.
You can also
Put landmines.
put
in the bodies.
landmines in them.
Yes.
Yep.
So you can purposely kind of lay bodies out in paths where people go for them. And they'll go to investigate the bodies.
So there's one of those generators.
So I can break it. So it
Which
makes a bunch
causes
of
it to
noise.
start, sputtering and popping all the time.
The other thing you can technically do with those is rig them to explode.
Yeah.
Because you're also a master engineer of some sort.
Lead sniper, don't ask questions.
I mean, at this point, this guy basically is, yes. With all the stuff he's done.
Granted.
Yeah, by the time Sniper Elite 4 happens, your guy, who's been the same guy through all the other Sniper Elites, is like a legendary sniper commando.
Yeah.
He is pretty much right up there on par with, like, fucking BJ Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein 3.
Yeah, they high-five each other as they're murdering
He wants to be a
Nazis.
newspaper cartoonist. Well, guess what, buddy? Shouldn't have been a Nazi.
Oh, he's been handicapped.
Infantry kill.
Yeah, just regular kill, nothing special.
Yep.
You can take different guns, you can steal guns from the enemy. You really want to get a gun shot on something. Oh, now see, he's not dead.
So he's going to lie there, bleeding out and screaming. There's no other guys around, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And if there are other people around, use them to lure them out and shoot them too, because
We're awful people.
we are a monster.
Now, there is something interesting to note about that in Sniper Elite 4 specifically. If you do that too many times in a single level, you'll actually get special dialogue where they won't help the guy.
Yeah, it'll stop working. They're just like, no, I know this trick. Long shot.
Yep.
Oh.
Right in the neck.
Yeah, this game also does an amazing job of those X-ray kills just being incredibly visceral.
There is a crate I can drop on the guy. Is he going to stop underneath it?
Oh, he
No.
absolutely does.
Yeah, he's one.
Yeah.
His patrol route takes him past there, so you can sort of time it, but I don't think he actually stops directly under it. The game is generally pretty smart about not giving you easy shots like that. If you want to do something cool, they usually make it worth it, make you work for it.
He's worried about his brother.
Don't know if I'm gonna get this one or not.
No.
No. I do like going for absurd long shots. Technically, like the third mission is the best one for stupid long shots.
Yeah. So each rifle does kind of have a max effective distance. Or drop off is honestly just too great.
Well, that makes enough sense.
There are rifles that are much better for long shots, but it is
Yeah, there's a balance of stats between rifles.
Achievement progress.
Yep. Tag 100 dudes.
Ah. Does this do anything other than give you an achievement?
the base achievements don't, but every weapon has achievements tied to them,
And they
those
unlock
directly
upgrades.
Yeah, they just directly improve the gun in some way. But most of the challenges are fairly involved, and you'll spend an entire campaign.
I think he's going to walk slightly closer. Or is he going?
Damn. Oh, spooked. Now, right on.
And you had a lot.
Yeah. But he's so far away, he has no idea where that shot came from.
Nope.
Is it another time traveler? Come back in time?
These Italian mosquitoes are fucking ridiculous.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Bang. Now I'm just imagining, like, 6 Italians in, like, wasp costumes or something shooting at Nazis, screaming buzz, buzz at the top of their lungs.
I have a marker on my map, but I don't see a Nazi.
He's there. Come back in. And to the left.
Hey,
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice and tricky.
Guess that can lay there for a second.
You are low on ammo.
Yep.
Oh, they have 2
It's 'cause
shots left with
he-
suppressed
yeah,
ammo.
it's because he's been using suppressed ammo. He has plenty of regular.
Kill you. I missed.
And no more suppressed ammo.
And no more kidney.
Correct.
That's the thing. Every weapon in the game, except for one, has a dual fire or a secondary effect that you can do with them. That includes the mines and the rocks and stuff. For most guns, it's just a switch between suppressed ammo and regular ammo.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones that really don't have that option are the SMGs / rifles, or assault rifles.
Mm-hmm.
So there's got to be an officer in this place somewhere.
Yes.
It should be noted also that on lower difficulties, it is entirely possible to play these games as dumbass run and gun shooters. But why?
Yeah, exactly.
The officer's in that red brick
Yeah.
pad there somewhere.
And that was sound masked.
Well, yeah, because the sound was the bullet. It was all the stuff crashing down.
Yeah.
That's an explosive, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that will explode if I
This does, in fact, follow normal video game conventions. Most red things you see, if you shoot them, they will explode.
Yep.
Oh,
So I saw you.
yeah, someone saw me and is shooting at me.
Yep.
So they're going like, so you can see the little spinning triangle there on the mini map. That's the last location they realize in. So they're checking out over there. I hate trucks.
Nazis aren't allowed to drive. It also does help that vehicles are actually worth a fair bit of XP.
They are.
Yes.
This partially explains why you're making them roll. The other part being this is just kind of awesome.
Yep.
And
Yep.
completely fucking ridiculous. Kind of
Now
both.
you can get a stupid number of or a stupid amount of XP if you hit a truck that's actually full of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in almost every map, there's a patrolling truck or a truck that will come through on like a script that is full of German soldiers. And you can either put a mine down, or you do the infinitely more fun thing, which is shoot the gas tank while they're driving. And get like 6 explosion kills, the multi-kill.
Whoa. Aim sucks. Ow.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, you're using a very small wireless mouse
Yes.
on
Yeah.
a non-ideal surface. So,
You might want to be slightly closer.
it's not the distance that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's the accuracy of the mouse.
It says I'm just a mouse on my leg.
And also, this is by no means a gaming mouse. Its DPI is not particularly high.
Ow.
Yeah, so also, you don't have a ton of health in this.
Nope. Do med packs.
It actually uses a health bar.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, technically speaking, medpacks do have a secondary function, but you'll never use them for the secondary function, except for in, like, one of the DLC missions.
I mean, if we're going loud, I might as well use this stupid shotgun,
Yep.
which also has a rifle round.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's 2 shotgun barrels and 1 rifle barrel underneath.
That one is a DLC gun. There's one other shotgun in the game, which is the trench gun, and unlocking it is a little bit of a pain.
To unlock the trench gun for normal use, and not just finding it in a level, you have to find a trench gun and then use it to kill Nazi officers.
Yep.
You need, like, I think, 30
It's
Nazi
not,
officers?
it's like 5, I want to say, but it's still annoying to have to find a trench gun level.
Yeah, to find a trench gun in
Then
the level.
specifically trench gun officers. Gotta pat this man down. Everything okay, buddy? Oh, you're good.
So I will say, it's a good thing that all rifles use the same generic ammo.
Yes. There is no difference between types of bullet.
Oh, yes, all rifles use rifle ammo.
There are small bullet, big bullet, and shotgun bullet.
In fairness, I really don't want accurate ammo in a video game. It'd just be fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's when you get, like, Daisy.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of other games where you only get ammo for the gun you know, like, if you're using gun A, you will only get ammo for gun A if the enemy you shoot has gun A and you... You know, it's like Uncharted, for instance. You will only get ammo pickups for a particular gun if somebody else is using that gun and you kill them and they drop it.
Yeah.
It would be a little shitty to do in a game like this because most of the guns you can start with, for the most part, are Western manufacturers, so there'd be no reason any of the Nazis would be using them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can grab all the Car 98s you want.
So none.
What's that?
So none, then.
No, you can grab Car 98s all over the place.
Well, yes, but you said all the Car 98s you want.
Nothing wrong
So
with the Car
none,
98.
then.
The car was a perfectly good rifle.
Oh yes, slight important note. Doing anything crouched takes more breath meter than doing something not crouched.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't think you killed him.
No. Hit him in the shoulder, he'll die. Took that shot a little quicker than I should have, but I was running low on breath, so. There it is. It has some weird things too, where like my vehicle's clearly on him, but it's not hitting for some reason.
Going to fire, cover save, I don't know. I'll go with cover save. So can you shoot a plane down in such a way that it crashes?
No.
Now there is shooting a plane in Sniper Elite 4, but it's
Yes.
a very specific.
It's a set piece. It's not there are planes flying overhead. I can shoot the engine out of them. And
It's Hollywood, but not that Hollywood.
Yeah. I have to crash at this one particular spot. Because apparently I'm a Silver Age superhero whose powers revolve around sniping. Which also ironically means the violence would be like PG-13.
Yep.
I don't
It
know.
is
Is
definitely not
X-ray
that.
shots into people's heads PG-13?
Nowadays, yes.
so what you're saying is he's a reimagining of a Silver Age superhero.
Yeah, this is the
Yes.
Iron Age version.
This is not a great position.
No, the daylight. It's just, or we have daylight. It can't, and there's not enough grid and dirt.
Can't be Iron Age.
Probably say it's a modern age reimagining of.
He has realistic body proportions and no spikes on his outfit.
That's true, and those feet are definitely not
This is
triangles.
before he dies and goes to hell and becomes a servant of the devil and whatnot. And then he gets shoulder pulp and triangle feet.
It's also significantly less pouches than there should be.
Oh no, he's got a lot of pouches.
Yeah, he's pretty pouchy.
There's not a pouch on that gun.
Not on that one. No,
No. There are some of the
there are
skins
absolutely guns that have pouches.
Yes.
Hell, some of the guns have the quote unquote night camo, which is literally just they're like wrapped in black burlap.
Yep.
Well, that works actually.
Yeah, there's also collectible stuff on different levels.
There's like letters home. There's little notes from Nazis and stuff.
This is what a pistol is meant for. Ow.
By the way, that's one of the achievements for the Well Rod, is getting X number, 25 headshots over 30 meters. Where the Well Rod just,
The well rod is not accurate.
Yeah. You are not meant to shoot that thing past 20, let alone 30.
Ow. Eat that brain anyways.
Tray panning.
Improvised gun-based surgery.
Yep. those are.
Yes, the medical tools.
Yes, JLC, we are in fact shooting men's over here.
Well, I mean,
Nazis.
they're Nazis. I don't know if we can really call them men. How's it going, JLC?
Yeah, the other function of med stuff is technically you can use any medical device to calm your breathing.
Yeah, so you can either immediately refresh your heart rate or slow down your heart rate gain.
But usually this is not worth it.
Yeah. Fair enough. Mans.
Fair enough.
It's a very minor technicality. They're
That's not what I want to do. That was a waste of advantage.
Yeah.
Forgot I changed my stuff.
Oh, okay, that's for the grenade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to throw a grenade at this wooden fence that is right in front of you?
Who?
Oh, that's going to be an ugly one.
That's what you get.
Oh!
Gave him some predator
Oh.
face.
Oh.
Yeah, he's,
It's okay, he's chosen to take refuge right next to explosion barrels.
There we go. And he was an officer.
And you got a truck.
Did somebody say nothing personal? Because that's obviously not the case here.
Ow.
Nope, no spines allowed, JLC. There are no spines in Italy for Nazis.
So one of the other things about the med kits versus the bandages is that bandages only heal half as much, but you can still move while you're using a bandage.
Remember, brains deflate. Like footballs. Big footballs of knowledge.
So it hasn't happened yet, and I don't know if there are any in this level, but there are enemy snipers in this game, and if
There
you're
are.
really good, you can shoot them right through their own scope.
Yes, there's a special kill bonus.
There's a
just
special
for-
kill bonus for doing it, and it is also one of the grossest animations in the game.
There's not a sniper on this level, but the next level will have.
Yeah, starting next level, we will get enemy snipers.
It's not good when
Ow.
you do that to somebody.
Should not have dropped. Didn't need those legs anyways. Hopefully.
Have any other healing items?
Nope.
Used all of it.
Well then. Have to just deal with annoying screen darkening for reasons.
It's okay, one of the guys in here will probably have a bandage.
Right in
Oh,
the ace.
shot.
I'm kind of thankful they didn't give us a zoom in of that.
Right in the ace. Uh-oh.
I think they saw you.
They did see me.
That's a gut for a buckshot.
Yeah.
Buckshot or solid silver?
Buckshot.
Okay.
It's a two-shot shotgun, or double-barrel shotgun that also has a rifle round in it. Oh, I'm in a bad way.
Yeah.
There's my get.
If I do. we're playing this a bit more fast and loose than I normally would. So,
Yes, normally this is an incredibly slow game. I think in Sniper Elite 3 I had one level literally take me 2.5 hours.
I believe it.
I am incredibly methodical.
The pistol needs a scope.
it's not a sniper pistol.
Yeah.
It needs a scope and a bayonet.
There we go.
Congratulations, you've turned part of a car muffler into a gun.
Oh.
I love the little smirk he has whenever he gets a
Yeah.
a zoom shot. Like,
Hard to say, JLC. It's probably anti-personnel shot, actually, but then again, through a lot of this game, it's pretty well specified that you're kind of on field resupply, so it's entirely possible you are just picking up, like, buckshot from farms.
yeah, this is a sneaking mission.
As far as the game is concerned, it is shotgun ammo.
Yes, the game only ever classifies it as shotgun ammo.
Which is different than SMG ammo. Which is different than machine gun ammo, but you never can actually just take a machine gun in the mission, you have to find them. And you usually don't find ammo for them.
Yeah, once they are out, they are out.
Does he actually carry around the machine gun?
Yes.
It's a light machine gun,
Okay,
Not always.
necessarily.
This is a video game.
but
I mean, also in the real world, people have used machine guns as actual weapons.
Yeah.
they have. It generally takes a reasonably decent build, but or at least
I mean, he's
heavier
not a
ones.
small dude.
No, he isn't. I'll give you that.
So somewhere around here is a dead officer.
And we've already determined he's a superhero, anyways.
I think it's that guy right there.
Yep. So officers will have duty rosters on them. They're collectible. Doesn't do anything except count as a collectible.
In a few different missions, they'll have you kill an officer and then rob him for intel.
Yeah, those are specific objectives, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also usually like collectible papers in places.
It's like a modern video game Captain America.
So you get an idea of what was going on, basically. Also, they have more bed bags.
Some of the memos will also have information about the level you're in, like, oh, there's a secret entrance over here or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, sometimes, very rarely, you will get additional objectives from finding intel.
Yeah.
So I should expect him in 2 or 3 levels to start hailing Hydra. No, wait, no, the game has better writers.
Blowing up this truck just because.
I have no idea who makes this game or who writes this game, I'm just assuming.
The company who makes this game is Rebellion.
Yes. They're also the ones who made the Nazi Zombie Army trilogy, which is
Which
basically
is-
the same thing as Sniper Elite, only you're shooting zombies.
Well, I mean, the first Nazi zombie army was literally Sniper Elite Nazi zombie army.
yes.
Like, it is actually a spin-off series.
Oh.
That is also where...
And yes, JLC, you're correct. Even LMGs are best used braced against a surface, but we're
Oh.
not worried about best use.
I'm not paying attention.
We're talking about Hollywood use.
He literally walked up and gave him a kiss there.
He was just as
The kiss
prepared
of
for that
death.
as I was.
The kiss of
Sir,
death.
sir, you can't go through here.
Just that fucking truck.
Trucks are bad, okay? Running. Man, I got a lot of them. Oh, wow, almost missed
I'm
you.
not paying attention. That's a person. Stab that man. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think I've only seen the machine gun on like 1 or 2 levels.
There are
You
not
technically
many of
send
them
him back with
usually.
the officers, but the damage he does to the truck's just so much better.
Like I said, you can play these games run and gun. They don't want you to.
No.
Technically, one of the side objectives for this mission wants you to. So, in addition to like the actual objectives for each mission, there's a series of
Challenges.
like challenges once you beat it. Each mission has 5 challenges. One of the ones for this one is kill like a 25 or 30 enemies with an SMG. So it definitely wants you to do a bit more running gun on that one, at least for that challenge in particular.
Yeah, but
But that's just varying things up more than it is like remaking the game into a running gun.
well, and that's also for like essentially replaying the level. It's not like they don't intend you to get into a level and to be like, okay, here's the one where you make your valiant charge down this corridor of 300 dudes. Like, that's never what these games are.
Yeah.
It's part of why they're actually some of my favorite third-person shooters, because I love sniping, so...
Attack that guy. Take that truck, so it needs to die.
What's better is, after this level, you start finding Nazi fuel trucks. It's full of gasoline to blow up even better.
This will throw him off my trail.
You get a medal for blowing up Nazi trucks.
Of course.
It should throw them off your trail because no one expects you to blow up a truck with a bullet.
What that guy didn't expect? Get shot.
Bam.
You can also... I'll see if I can do it on purpose, 'cause it's not going to be easy. I really need to find someone who's unaware if I'm going to try and do really stupid stuff on purpose. Whoa!
Whoa! Well, something cooked off.
So they have a grenade on them when they died? Really zoomed in, but... I assume orange is like an unsure shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange is generally like, you might get him, you might not. Red is like, you're going to hit him.
That's a absurd shot anyways.
Yeah, you may want to get going. They figured out where you are.
Did in fact figure out where I am.
But there's a couple different trick shots
Back to the cave!
you can do. You can, in fact, shoot the grenade on a Nazi's belt.
Yep, that's what I will try to do, but it's not the simplest thing in the world.
The other thing is you can totally get a ricochet kill.
Yeah.
If the bullet bounces out of someone and into another person, it will bounce with enough force to generally kill them if it hits them in a weak area.
Or sometimes you can bounce a bullet into someone's grenade.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
The first time
Sometimes
we
you
played
can
co-op,
shoot them on purpose in the grenade. Kill a whole group of dudes.
Yep.
So are there guys in the tunnel right now?
Well, see, what you're failing to understand, JLC, is that all Nazi trucks are actually fueled entirely by solid thermite.
They're not fueled by solid thermite, that's just what they build the gas tanks out of.
Well, it's just the entire Reich was subconsciously sabotaging themselves because they wanted to lose, because they wanted to meet death.
Well, that explains all the skulls.
Yep.
Are we the baddies? Huh. You want a car 98? We got car 98s for days.
I am aware of that, JLC. I have played with more thermite than I should probably admit on a public forum. Yeah, thermite is actually incredibly stable.
There's a lot of Nazis right here.
You pretty much have to use like a magnesium starter to set off thermite.
Oh!
And there goes that eye.
Right in the eye.
It's just falling out, too. You severed the optic nerve with a bullet.
Ow, stop shooting at me. I'm leaving. Don't follow me.
You might be obeying your command. No.
Nope. Oh.
Told you.
Entire left side of that man is just gone.
Rifle round.
Yep. Shotgun, my favorite sniper weapon.
I said it also has a rifle round in it, so it's actually fantastic for it.
Yes. It is highly practical. It also sounds like an incredibly. It sounds like a design that somebody makes up when they're just trying to one up something at the same time.
Oh, missed the melee.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely missed that melee.
Well, you know, don't exactly have the best control setup right now.
No, we've been over that.
Alright, now we feel that sending you out and killing wave after wave of Nazis is a little unfair, so to make it fair, we're going to sever half the nerves in your right hand.
Why are we being fair to Nazis?
We're not, we're being fair to the meta.
Mm.
We may open up PvP for non-Nazi factions at some point.
I got you over here. Whee! Jumping.
Yeah, I think at this point, JLC, it would have to probably be TNT, because, like, Semtex wasn't made until, like, the 50s, I want to say. And even then, it didn't really become terribly widespread until, like, maybe mid-70s.
Are the explosives our guys using?
No, we're
No.
continuing the thing about the truck gas tanks being made of thermite.
Oh, yes.
Got S-Bomb.
So yes, somehow they have managed to make fuel tanks out of TNT. We're going to go with it.
That, or alternatively, we have sniper rifle bullets that are actually flares. Somehow.
Just incredibly hot bullets.
So I do need to get back up there.
Lightly dusted
Because
with
there
really
is still an officer I have to kill.
Every bullet is coated in chili powder.
That's a one spicy bullet.
I mixed your chili powder and salt to make it hurt that much more when we're shot by him. Oh,
Should have stayed down.
And then you just shoot him because.
Nazi.
I mean, meritorious, but you have other Nazis to kill.
Oh yeah, I got other
I got
guns.
plenty of ammo for this thing. Wow, you actually got somebody to bleed out with a single shot from the well rod.
Hey buddy.
That's actually
Bye.
impressive. Yeah, accurate. Yes, 50 cal exploding shells are a bit past the time period for this game. just a touch.
Slightly. I mean,
Okay, so-
I'd take him if I could have him.
Okay, so really this is what Whole Horse did before he was found by Dio?
Yes. So somehow a Barrett dropped through a time hole.
Either that or our stand, Jumping Jack Flash, has no weakness.
I think he wouldn't actually be running around that much if that happened.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I do have more suppressed ammo though.
Ran from somewhere at some point, apparently. Go in, get a visual. Fuck you! You go in and get a visual. Just see what he did to Fritz.
He shot him in the foot and then stabbed him and then just patted his dick a little.
Hi, buddy.
Oh!
Double kill! And the officer is dead.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. That was the rifle shell, right?
No, that's a shotgun.
Yeah.
Go help your friend.
The fuck was that?
Hit a grenade.
Yeah. That wasn't on purpose, was it?
Nope.
Nope.
Keep in mind the grenades blend in a little bit with the uniform, so it's really
Yeah, they're
easy to
they're,
do
they're that
accident.
same like gray-green color.
Just that moment of, I'm going to shoot that guy. Oh.
That man apparently was wearing his grenade directly over his breast pocket for some reason.
Hey everyone, here's a hot co-op tip. When your partner's sneaking around a base and you're about to shoot a Nazi, make sure you don't shoot him in the grenade and blow up your friend. That totally didn't happen on a playthrough.
Well, you know. Things happen sometimes.
Make it
Shouldn't have
all-
been near that Nazi.
So I'm gonna kill him otherwise. I run out of bullets, needed to use my knife bullet.
It's only a knife bullet if you can throw it and kill people with it.
I wish.
You did shoot him. You asshole.
Oh. Well, in fairness, you did try to kill him.
I didn't try and kill him yet. Fine, you could just bleed out. That's what you get. Oh. Where's your friend?
I can feel all my Nazi cruel aid leaking out of me.
Where you at, Nazi? There you go. Just gonna leave your friend to die.
Doesn't deserve a swift death.
Isn't that evil? Nazi.
Slow blade pierces the Nazi.
It's a comparative measurement system. Can't actually do anything evil to a Nazi. It's just how that works.
Yeah.
They'd have to be people first.
They started it. I'll end
Murder
it.
machines.
He peeled his skin off and then stitched it back on backwards. He was a Nazi. All right, well, fair. I mean,
Yeah, okay, alright.
Yeah, a little bit extreme, but I understand.
This is why you put things in your report. We could have just
Also
avoided
note
this
that-
whole trial.
The notes are actual notes.
yes, you can actually read them.
They're inexplicably in English.
Oh, yeah. I assume your character can read German, but
Yeah, I'll give you that, actually.
a lot of them are just like
you are command
letters
notes.
to home, so stuff
Yeah.
like this, like, oh, hey, thanks
Please
for the
send me some
SIGs.
crosswords.
Get some crosswords? That'd be
It gets
cool.
boring as hell out here.
I wish I wasn't a Nazi. Oh,
Oh,
That actually
Look,
makes me curious. Where
if-
the hell did they get tobacco from?
If any of the notes said, I regret being a Nazi, maybe for that one particular person I would grant them a swift death. Nobody ever says, I regret being a Nazi. They just say, I regret being in, wherever the hell this level is taking place.
yeah, no one's like, oh, sure, it's a terrible thing we're doing, being Nazis and all.
Yeah. Oh, you can also shoot radios. It doesn't really matter, except on realistic difficulty. And it doesn't really matter on this level because there's no radio.
Like, cigarettes are not an uncommon thing.
They aren't. It's just where they gain the tobacco.
yeah, most tobacco is grown in the United States.
So according to this, there's a lot in Brazil, some in Argentina.
Okay, well, there's your answer.
Yeah.
Some in
Yeah, I don't think they really
Southeast
grow.
Africa.
Yeah, like there's a small amount of tobacco grown in Africa. Other than that, tobacco is pretty much exclusively grown in the Americas.
China and India, oddly enough. Although this is a modern map, so I wouldn't actually quite assume back then.
Yeah.
I think India was probably doing other cash crops like opium.
Yeah, opium.
And
China was probably doing other cash crops
No,
like
China
opium
was
and
trying to
slave
grow-
trade.
No, China was trying to grow whatever the fuck they could before somebody came over and killed them, because this is World War... At that point in World War II, it was fighting Japan,
Yes.
which meant, yeah.
Oh,
So basically, trying to be as far away from the front line as possible, so as to not get raped and killed by the Japanese.
Basically.
Save your officer.
God knows they weren't actually going to take you prisoner. Well, for very long.
Yeah, just a little. And just the Japanese were a little bit murder happy at the time. Yeah, just a touch.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Look, we really wanted to play catch. But the only thing we had were all these babies.
All these babies, and I couldn't let go of my gun, so I had to use the bayonet.
It's not like after the war ended. I believe it was the Emperor of Japan basically admitted it was probably a good thing somebody stopped us.
Ow, ow, okay.
Yeah.
I just remember I actually have some suppressed ammo for the rifle right now, so I don't have to try and snipe
Sound
people.
mask, everything.
Snipe people for
With
the
the
pistol.
well rod.
Oh, I'm just going to be taking a walk into the countryside. I'm glad that no one's going to shoot me. Oh, my hand! My hand!
Oh, it's terrible that someone shot Hans.
I must go rescue our officers.
Oh, you're bleeding out onto me. This is just getting very bad. I see a light. Oh no, it's hell!
If only if you fought Nazis.
Yeah, I think this was the war where everyone started to learn not, or every officer started to learn not to dress themselves up.
Yep. Yeah, basically.
Where is it?
Right.
It's the guy. There it is.
Yeah.
It needs to die.
Blow up the tractor.
Sort of like that JLC, except to date there are still some atrocities the Japanese don't admit to from World War II.
Like the entirety of Nanking.
Yeah, they still have not ever actually admitted to Nanking.
And a related note, the Chinese ate their guts.
Yeah.
And
Most of Southeast Asia hates their guts.
True.
China got it worse, but most of Southeast Asia got it bad.
Where is this Nazi?
You could throw a rock.
Could.
That is one of my only disappointments with this game. You cannot peg a Nazi in the head with a rock and knock him unconscious.
It's not Metal Gear Solid 5.
It could have been.
Ah.
Also, of course, this is Metal Gear Solid 5. Two of these Nazis don't have psychic powers and/or create flaming horses.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! That was hard to watch.
Eye shots are always just fucking gross.
Dead Space 2 all over again.
I really want to get a Nazi in the boss.
You really do have to catch it unaware on that one.
It's not an easy shot.
It's not so much unaware as you have to get them from a very decent... Like, you have to have a good angle on them, and it's a very small hitbox. Most of the time you'll end up getting, like, either stomach or leg.
Stomach. Yep.
You have to have a gun with very high muzzle velocity to get through the leg, otherwise you have to do it spot on.
Basically.
It is almost easier to wound a Nazi and then, like, move over between their legs and just get the shot.
Yeah, but that's no fun.
No, that's no fun.
There we go! Oh!
It's like a grape! The grapes of wrath.
Ow.
Who's he John Cena, he no-sold the bullet.
Yeah, he no-sold that going straight through his shoulder.
He's right there, guys. What?
Bang! Gotcha!
Too bad for you. I eat 45s like grape nuts.
Okay, so I have to get one more officer. And, we kill Schmidt.
Yeah.
You got all the cameras?
There's one more camera, but it's up near where Schmidt is.
Yeah.
So it's not really a problem. These levels tend to be fairly large.
Yeah, most of these levels are huge. This
As
is
you
actually
would
not the
imagine
biggest
for a sniper game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't really do to have it take place in a, penthouse apartment.
This sniper game, where it's taking place entirely in a 100-foot by 100-foot box.
Pink.
What you don't realize is that on the back of every one of those fuel things is a vial of nitroglycerin, which then ignites the crates and crates of nitroglycerin that are inside of every truck.
That's all the Nazis actually transport trucks, is nitroglycerin.
Yeah. Explains the hate in their heart. They're just filled with nitroglycerin.
Ah, there you are.
Little known biological fact. Nazi brain is made up entirely of M80s.
I think shooting through the solid stone wall is a bit much for that gun.
It is. I was trying to get another angle, but ran out of...
Breath.
There is no bullet pen on geometry. Only on people.
And other guns that definitely do that, I just don't think they're in much use in this period. At least for sniping.
Stay hidden, there's a Nazi murdering madman about.
In fairness, trying to shoot someone in the head through a solid stone wall when you don't have any kind of special vision is
Yes.
a little hard. I think at most some Nazi weapons had like night vision scopes, and that was about it.
Yes, JLC. Anti-tank rifles were a thing at this point, but also usually not handed to, snipers. And when they were, the snipers were usually discouraged from using them against people.
Yes. Nowadays we give anti-material weapons to snipers, but...
Yes. Because again...
And still officially discourage them from using them against people.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, and we don't really ask questions when it does. But on paper, they're not supposed to shoot people with an anti-material rifle. This usually results. This usually results in such things
Nazi.
for he was carrying a canteen.
That's being nice. I was trying to be quiet, not ruin you people's shotguns. No, you just had to be Nazis about it.
So it's a bad idea for you to stand next to explosive barrels.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also a bad idea for me to be going out there with a sliver of health. Range upgrade for the shotgun.
Yeah, that definitely killed him. Although, considering the fact that he took cover literally right behind the explosive barrel, you know what?
I do not believe the U.S. is a signatory on that treaty, JLC. However, officially, policy of the Armed Forces of the United States basically says the same thing. Don't use anti-material rifles against personnel. Again, they literally do get around this sometimes by just saying, I was aiming at his uniform. Oh! That's a real thing that has happened.
Yeah.
And been accepted as an explanation for what they were shooting.
And again, the modern use of anti-material weapons by snipers is mainly for literally firing through walls.
Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is for firing through walls.
Which, is
Because
not...
JLC himself noted, like, they're not actually good against tanks.
Yeah.
Not against tanks. They'll ruin a Jeep.
Yeah, they'll ruin a Jeep. But, like, what is commonly known as an anti-tank rifle, amusingly, doesn't really do a whole lot to a tank.
Not against modern tanks.
No. But granted, we're usually fighting older Soviet tanks, so, you know.
Even then, though, you're generally better off trying to plant shaped charges than actually shoot it with a rifle of any sort.
Granted.
Nazi?
Now, granted, this game vehicles are great to fight, especially like tanks and stuff, because you get to shoot through very tiny gun ports and kill off the gunner, then the driver, then run up behind it and place a satchel charge.
Yeah, you get to, like, methodically pick apart tanks in these games. It's great.
And then your partner shoots the satchel charge while you're next to it.
Things happen.
Yeah, we played through this entire game co-op, and if you ever have a chance to, this game is a blast co-op.
It's also great because so when doing single player and you go into like the hold breath, it kind of slows everything down a bit. Lets you take your time with your shots and all that jazz. Multiplayer doesn't do that, but it will absolutely still do the kill cam shots. So you'll be aiming and all of a sudden it's like, oh, skeleton man.
Yeah. It will show you the other guy's kills. Even when you're like running through the middle of a field trying to get out of range of a tank. Right in the middle of that, it'll be...
Yeah, also of note, there are actually special missions in this game, in most of these games, specifically designed to be done as a co-op thing, where you actually have one person as a spotter and the other person as a sniper.
Yes.
They're actually really fun and really well designed.
Ow, 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 running.
And yes, JLC, people did take out tanks during the World War II era by, like, running up and shoving logs in the treads and stuff. They were not particularly well built. Well, that's not my favorite methodology of taking out tanks in World War II. That's still the commander of the anti-tank unit running up and attacking the front of the tank with a claymore. And by claymore, I mean a sword, not an explosive, while the rest of his unit snuck around behind and planted a shape charge.
In fairness, the armor was actually pretty solid on the tanks of this era. It's just the engineering was,
Oh no, the claymore was a distraction.
yeah.
Ow, stop.
I mean, more for, like, the stuffing logs and the,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is one of my idols, Captain Mad Jack Churchill. Was a British commando. Signed up for the commandos after having retired from military service. Said he didn't know what the commandos did, but it sounded dangerous, so he wanted in. He's the only person on record to have recorded kills of Nazi soldiers with a longbow. And for a while was commanding an anti-tank unit, and it was a pretty common strategy they had, where he would just run up the road and start attacking the tank from the front with his claymore, which he brought with him into combat. And like, they didn't know how to respond to this, and so they were just like, there's this crazy dude hitting our tank with a sword, and while they were distracted by this, the rest of his unit would sneak around behind, plant a shape charge, blow the tank up.
We're kind of in a bad way right now.
This man lived to die of old age.
it's the guy that was sneaking around on the right.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
Hey, have you pretty well pinned back there.
I do.
Except for that guy.
I need to find
Wow.
health.
Oh, there's actually a near-death bonus.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, nothing we can pick up too well because we've got the volume way down anyways, but also when you're like super hurt like this, all the sounds go pretty muted. And
Yeah. You hear the sound of your own heartbeat.
That's a nice little effect the first time, then it just gets annoying.
Eh.
It's better than the Zelda.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you that
Yes.
much right now.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Boom!
Took his helmet off.
Pink.
Yeah, they They lovingly model the physics for good shots in this game.
Yep.
Yeah, you can tell they definitely enjoy their work.
Oh, Howard's joy. Now, can you guys not charge me right now?
Hats off to that shot.
How about you don't take my position?
You out of shotgun ammo?
No, I have
think he
shotgun
threw a
ammo.
grenade.
He did throw a grenade. But he threw it where I was.
Yeah.
Counter grenade.
It came back!
Ah, the boomer grenade!
Oh,
there we go.
Where was the last checkpoint?
Right here.
So not in a great place.
Oh,
We'll make do.
well, you don't. Really?
We shot him with the shoulder.
Let me shoot you in the shoulder and see if you immediately stop
Okay, you
back.
shot him in his shoulder in a video game.
Oh yeah, crossbows totally jailsy. Crossbows work really well against armor, but no, Mad Jack literally would sit up in trees with a longbow and arrow and shoot people.
Bust your kneecaps.
There is a reason he was called Mad.
Okay, let's try and do some... Do I have any more bandages?
I mean, all things considering, that isn't actually a bad strategy, oddly enough.
Nope.
Longbow does have the advantage of actually being a lot more, silent than a gun. With good range.
Thunk.
Sure, this is where you respawn me now, you assholes.
I mean, its two main disadvantages are it takes a lot of skill to use it, and you basically have to be a bodybuilder. Or something damn close, say.
Should be clarified on that note, JLC, Mad Jack Churchill, in case you couldn't pick up on this, was in fact one of the Scots. he was Scottish.
That's kind of a given.
I don't know if he particularly brought his pipes with him. I know he brought his claymore and a longbow with him into the wheat field.
He's not Scottish,
No,
he's Egyptian.
There was that one guy who brought his guy to play the bagpipes for him, though.
Yes.
Now, his name is not clearly Spanish.
All the liver juices. The liver juices are just gone.
Well, his near-death thing is great for experience, at least.
Too much foliage.
Yep. That foliage is blocking your bullets.
Yep. Look, Italy is known for its dense foliage that can stop gunfire. There are famous stories about a Panzer tank being unable to shoot through an azalea bush.
These guys are taking a lot of punishment.
Well, that wall is taking a lot of punishment, really. Where's he in that bush?
That's a bush.
No, he is in a bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's...
Jesus Christ, those bushes.
There we go.
And, well, that was a headshot, at least.
Yeah, the Anheuser bush.
Dude want the shotgun. No, don't move in. I recommend against moving in.
Well, you got that one, at least.
49 times.
So 3 more to go.
Reload that
Yeah.
save. Sniper man to me.
Those are rocks. They cannot possibly be that stupid.
Never doubt how dumb Nazis are.
It's alright, somebody check it out. My amp sucks.
Somebody check out where the rocks were being thrown from.
Save your friend.
Stay calm, we're on our way. Oh god, we're getting shot too. Now he's just carrying off a dead body.
Well, that just happened.
Oh!
I am carrying him away to Stolfos of Winter, like a squirrel.
Okay.
Okay.
Now to search every body for a health pack.
Okay.
And walks out and immediately gets shot by the guy he didn't see.
There you go.
Oh, medkit. Sweet, sweet medkit.
Morphine. It's delicious.
Pretty sure that's not how the song goes, JLC.
What song?
Hey, ho, let's go shoot him in the butt now. I'm pretty sure those aren't the lyrics.
But it should. This is a better version.
Like some bandages.
You know, I'm reviewing the plots of all of these games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's suddenly occurring to me that our boy Carl here spends a lot of time stopping German rocket plots.
Yes.
Since V2 was all about the V2 rocket project.
Yep.
Well, actually, that would make sense.
Then I know there was at least one mission in 3 that involved an experimental rocket. Even though that was in Africa, which didn't really have a whole lot of rocketry involved.
Well, you know.
They never expected to.
Ow!
Oh.
In fairness,
Fuck you, Schmidt.
Throw him off the edge. No, wait.
No.
Put him in the truck.
No, don't throw him off the edge. The Mediterranean Sea does not deserve to have Nazi put into it.
Poseidon does not care where the flesh comes from, only that the flesh is there.
I found an important letter on Schmidt's body.
The letter talks about someone called Kessler.
Yes, but something more important. There's a vehicle that has not been exploded over
It's, I'm sure that letter is certainly not covered in copious amounts of blood.
there. Depends on where he stored it.
I always anoint all of my correspondences with Nazi blood.
Okay.
It brings good luck.
I've crafted special paraffin
Okay,
wax made
I
out of
know
Nazi
exactly what you're
blood.
doing now.
Well, they requested a Viking funeral.
Yes!
And you know how the Nazis have that Norse fetishism going on sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, angle was slightly off there.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest thing to actually throw bodies into trucks in this.
Yeah. You don't get a lot of upward.
Well,
No.
bodies are pretty hard
I
to
assume
throw,
you
I
can't.
imagine, in general.
Yes, and I assume you can't actually climb in the truck or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Close enough.
Yeah, just give him close enough.
One more thing we need to do. We need to break into a safe.
Yep.
Well, what they requested a Viking funeral. They didn't request that he be the buried body, so instead he could be the log.
Yep.
pick up the code from his note. Boop. And get a save.
We
Don't
got
think we actually had to get the
some
save.
right marks. That's probably not going to be very useful.
So his shattered remains over here still somewhere. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, in the first Sniper Elite game, you were actually like pretending to be a German sniper. So you did end up using like a lot of German guns and stuff.
Like, I can use German guns.
I tell you don't actually carry weapons over from mission to mission.
No.
No.
So whatever you have is you.
You start every mission with your equipment that you start missions with, basically.
Okay, time to get out of here.
So how do you get out of here?
In most missions, there are multiple exit points, as denoted by
Yes.
those flags.
Ah.
So you can escape from the island over there, or you can escape further away for no particular reason. There is basically no real difference between which one you choose, usually.
Yeah. It's just a matter of which direction you go first
Yeah,
to kill
for
people.
instance, if I hadn't done all the officers before doing this, because I basically did
Yeah, if
Schmidt
you went and
fast,
killed Schmidt first and
there's
then
an
were
exit
sweeping back
right
around.
where one of the officers is.
Yeah.
One thing Rebellion does really well is level design. Also, there's not a lot of it in the Sniper Elite games. Rebellion also likes putting like puzzles and stuff, and like optional secret objectives into their games. Nazi Zombie Army Trilogy is full to the brim of that, and Strange Brigade, which is coming out in 2 weeks here, also has a bunch of that for extra treasure and stuff.
Water is,
Brigade.
of course, poison.
Strange Brigade is their
Strange
newest
Brigade.
game that's coming out. It's just like a 1930s/40s pulp adventure game
there we
where an ancient Egyptian necromancer queen has awoken and is trying to take over the world. And the only people that can stop them are the Strange Brigade. Team of supernatural do-gooders. You get to both use conventional weapons and like special magic amulet powers. Solve puzzles, fight zombies.
So yes, as you can see, that took an hour.
Yep.
That's the first mission.
Yep. And that's with us knowing what we were doing.
And doing more running gun than generally you actually do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very similar, inspired to League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of cues from League of Extraordinary
very,
Gentlemen on
very
that.
similar style of thing.
I assume significantly less Sean Connery.
I don't know if I'm playing it. There's going to be plenty of Sean Connery.
Granted.
Plenty of Sean Connery.
Get a grease gun. I can have a stem.
Psh. Psh.
Why not? Whatever. 41. And let's mix it up. What would be a fun gun to take?
I'm a fan of the Swedish Mauser, personally.
Mauser's not a bad choice. High muzzle velocity. Good stability.
Slow as hell, but...
It is slow as hell.
Oh, the Mauser. The
I mean,
gun
I'm a
that everyone
fan
has
of
made.
the Garand just because I like the Garand.
Yeah.
But, we can do the Mauser.
Yeah, that's a Mauser.
Swedish Mauser.
Is there a country that didn't make a Mauser?
Probably. Don't ask me to name one.
Also go to... So as you level up, you get little...
Yeah, if you look up in the
Stars,
top right,
basically.
right below where our rank is, we got 4 stars because we ranked up a bunch.
So I
You
buy
can use those
this.
to buy stuff.
I can start with suppressed rifling.
Yes.
I don't really care much about stick grenades. You get tons of stick grenades.
Unfortunately, JLC, I do not think any of the player characters in Strange Brigade have the ability to be invisible as long as no one is looking at them.
This isn't Mystery Men.
Although I would play the hell out of a Mystery Man.
I would play
Yeah.
the heck out of a Mystery Man. I would shovel well. I would
Me
shovel
too.
damn
Very
well.
Yes.
as a matter of fact.
He always looks so sad. Like he hates his job. We can fix that.
Mystery Man is still to date one of my favorite movies.
I
of all
don't
time.
know why Sony Online Entertainment thought it was a good idea.
Wait, what?
It's SOE.
SOE.
Look, guys, EverQuest, not really a thing that much anymore.
Nazi missiles.
So Nazi missiles. That's the future right there.
Look, first it's no cross-platform compatibility, then it's working with the Nazis.
Well, they're starting to get a little fight back against that whole no cross-platform.
Yep.
Because Bethesda has their Elder Scrolls card game, which they've said it's coming to consoles later this year, and it will be cross-play. Period.
Yep.
Seems like they're taking a pretty hardline stance of, look, Sony, either it'll be cross-play on your platform, or it won't be on your platform.
Yeah.
Now, since this is the first actual mission after what's basically a tutorial mission, there's a bunch of people you can talk to. They kind of tell you all your secondary objectives throughout the mission.
Mother Hen is your contact on the radio. They just give you random...
Yes, and you are Red Fox.
Yes.
There's also some usually different weapons you can get here. Weapons are different every time you load in, so... there's also Weaver. You weren't there.
Certainly not a member of the A-Team over here.
Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun.
In all seriousness, there's significantly more plot than this game actually needs.
That's okay. All of this is basically, I work for blank organization. Please go kill some Nazi-related thing for us.
Yeah,
Or investigate this place in Nazi territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be clarified for anyone who actually cares about the plot that the character we play as is Carl Fairburn. He is technically an American soldier, but he is essentially on loan to the OSS.
Yeah.
He is also, as we stated
Weaver is
previously,
basically our OSS handler.
for this mission. Or for this
Well,
game.
for this set of games. And he does want to basically recruit us. Be officially part of his organization, but,
But everybody's like, you're good at killing Nazis. Could you kill this Nazi for me, or destroy this Nazi?
He basically gives us all the primary objectives on missions.
Yeah.
Says, we define Sophia. She's the leader of the resistance here.
Yeah, JLC. We are the one of the millions of lone wolf American soldiers that were the best at killing Nazis. The busing millions of irregulars that took part in the war.
Yep.
Hence why the plot is kind of somewhat unnecessary. You literally have most of your audience at, we're going to be killing Nazis.
Remember, we set up 120 separate secret organizations. Each gave them one super soldier, told them to go destroy X Nazi project, and never told them about any others.
The official secret history of World War II.
Yep. Also remember, there are a lot of dead time travelers at Hitler's house.
Yes.
Yes, JLC. A lot of the irregulars were, in fact, French or Dutch or, local to wherever, but not if you pay attention to video games, in which case everything in World War II ever was won by Americans.
Yep.
We were the only ones that accomplished anything in World War II, according to video games.
Except for, weirdly enough, Call of Duty, which had a had a British soldier and a Russian soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame Americans on this, I just blame video game developers.
Mm-hmm.
There's just this good portion of Canadians, so it makes even less sense.
Oh, and you also have to remember there was a secret organization during World War II that was comprised of a werewolf, the descendant of Herbert
Stop
West.
it.
Operation Darkness happened, and we have to acknowledge that.
Pyromancer, Frankenstein's monster,
Two werewolves.
two werewolves, and all fighting Nazi vampires and zombies.
Well, of course.
And a Gothic Lolita.
A Gothic Lolita. stay tuned for later issues of Sound Goblin Tuesday streams.
Oh, are we actually going to do
No.
Operation Darkness?
No, when we start doing my off-day streams, that's going to be one of the games we do. That's probably just going to be a Discord thing, though. We're probably not going to actually get people together at the house.
Hey, you saw nothing?
Oh, that works for me.
Oh, right in the leg. Oh,
Yep.
right in the head. Hey, come over here. It's certainly not a trap.
He sees you right there.
He does.
That's why a few semi-automatic rounds to the head. God, they have a lot of these.
What?
Semi-automatic guns.
They have fully automatic guns. But shouldn't we have MP40s?
I am not pleased to report the salted caramel cheesecake continues to be terrible.
That sounds like it'd be terrible, considering it's cheesecake that has anything on it other than cheesecake.
Oh, we more than have Operation Darkness, JLC.
There we go.
Well, Krampus and I don't think we ever quite beat it, but we got right near the end of that thing.
No, we didn't.
He's
We got halfway through it.
Yeah. Which is, I think, further than anyone else has ever gotten in that game.
One day we will finish it.
We know exactly where our copy is.
Yep.
It's in the folder,
It has a place of honor.
alongside all sorts of other
That wasn't the
horrible
cleanest
things
way to
we
do
own.
this, but
no. Also, killing the second guy with a sniper rifle didn't really seem prudent.
hey, not a sniper rifle. It's a regular rifle.
Yeah, it's just a rifle.
So up there is a sniper.
You can tell because it'll glint.
Yep. You can always see the
So you
glint
have
there.
3 rifles on your back?
You're funny, JLC. Presumably there's some QA tester who has played it beginning to end. They didn't QA that game.
Nope. They played through a third of that game and said, done.
He's not up there yet, or is he up there right now? Watching for the glint. Watching for the glint. Gonna shoot the sniper in the face.
I just like the idea of Carl just running around in a circle like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, this is a sniper.
Oh my god,
Oh,
oh boy,
boy.
oh boy, oh.
That's about accurate. JLC says, I'm not sure they didn't make a third of that game and go, we're done.
Come on out to play, buddy.
There he is.
What do we know about our sniper friend here?
He's a sniper.
Isn't it?
Sniper.
Wow.
Oh. Oh.
Did I get the sight?
Maybe.
No.
Nope. Got him through the eye, though, but not the
Yeah.
sight.
Yep.
It's not easy to get the sight.
No, the sight is really hard to do.
This was one of the easiest levels to find another one of these side objectives.
Oh yeah, the eagles.
Sure, eagles.
There are 3 trick shot eagles in every level.
Oh, JLC. The tales we could tell of random things we picked up at GameStop with the idea of how bad could it be. Did you know that ghosts can only walk through wooden doors if they don't have iron banding on them?
Well, of course, that's just ghost logic. Alright, look,
So I am a fine connoisseur of terrible media. This primarily makes itself known in movies, but I am not above buying obviously terrible video games as well, as long as they're like $5 or less. So I've collected quite a number of really awful things from GameStop.
We're dropping frames? Or...
don't know. I can't access OBS right now.
Go ahead and pause the game.
Yeah. Pause game for a second. No drop frames.
No, it's just the game.
Oh, okay. Just
Yeah.
the preview window, it looks like. All right.
Yeah.
No, because even JLC was asking about drop frames.
Is it just the game, not the stream? Oh.
Twitch
Yeah,
is
you
saying
see-
our connection is unstable.
Huh?
Twitch is saying our connection is unstable. It might be a Twitch issue because OBS is still reading green with 0 drop frames.
Looks like it's back
Okay.
on.
Says we're excellent now.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it popped back up. So
Yeah.
we'll get back to it. I'll keep an eye on it. Might have been a momentary Twitch hiccup.
Yeah, it might have been.
Corresponding with my momentary hiccups. God damn.
What?
Just the hiccups.
Oh no, your officer has been shot.
My very Tourette's-based hiccups.
It should be better now, JLC. We were seeing it on our end as an unstable connection without OBS showing any drop frames, so just Twitch weirdness. But yeah, it should be.
Yeah. Looks good now. From what I can see.
The preview window is looking okay, so hopefully you should have okay video now.
Yeah. Okay, just so you get an idea of the kind of bad games we have in this folder, I can see Eat Lead, The Return of Man Hazard.
I know Sega Superstars Tennis is in there.
Boy, that's on the very same page.
Ow.
Oh. You got Sega Superstar Tennis. You dead on arrival.
So what's so bad about that one?
Sega Superstars Tennis?
Yes.
That game was so bad. The copy we own is because at one point we bought an Xbox 360 Arcade Edition.
I just came.
Nobody ever intentionally bought Sega Superstars Tennis.
Imagine a tennis game with really janky physics
Ah.
that requires you to do trick shots.
We own a copy of Mr. Mosquito.
We do, yes. Sugunai Atonement, all about ghosts. Also, if you thought
Oh,
the
this
trucks
will
were
be on
badly built.
I mean, that's strictly speaking.
So that was a grenade.
Yep.
Well, unintentional death
Oh,
there.
hold on. Looks like we're.
Yeah, we're still unstable.
All right. While we're on the menu here, we're gonna drop stream real quick and come back. See what we can do. We will be right back.